Hello everyone, and welcome back to my shop. Alright, here we are, first part of April. It's cold, it's rainy, wet, chilled. Got some heat running out here in the shop to get the chill out of the air. Good day to be in the shop, but need to get it up to warm temperature. I got acclimated to some high 60, mid 70 degree days there for a while. Now we're down here in the 30s and 40s again. Come on, April. We want spring. We want summer. So anyway, we're going to I'm going to check a few things on the Corvette in my never-ending pursuit of getting it to run exactly how I want. We're going to do a little bit to the Chevy too. We're not going to do the truck. We're not going to do a whole lot of wrenching on too many things, just kind of messing around, getting the dust knocked off, some adjustments here and there. So anyway, maybe even spread a yarn or two. So stay tuned. Let's have a relaxing day in the shop. Alright, got a shipment today. Well, actually got it yesterday. Came in. And a Moroso HEI Distributor spring kit. We're going to maybe adjust on that distributor, see if I can't get it to act a little quicker out of the hole. Alright, you've got silver, copper, and gray springs, plus you've got these different bushings that I believe there are different thicknesses to give if you've got a lot of slop in the flyweights, that those will tighten them up, and I'll be checking that. And it comes with some instructions here. Alright. And basically what it states is the copper or the lightest springs, all right, so they would allow the advance to kick in. Let's see, this is showing that it'll allow up to 10 degrees advance to kick in at 1500 RPM, so that's pretty light. The next is silver, which is your medium. And it shows it will allow the advance to kick in to around 2500, well no, to about 2000 RPM, and that'll be about 6 degrees. I'll probably go with them. And then you got the heavy springs, which are the grays, all right, and they say they're actually lighter still than the OEM. And they don't allow the advance to kick in to all the way up to also to 2500 RPM at 6 degrees. So you've got the light coppers will kick in 10 degrees at 1500 RPM. You got the medium silver that'll kick in 6 degrees at 2000 RPM. Then you got the gray, the heavy, that'll kick in 6 degrees all the way up to 2500 RPM. So like I say, I'll probably go with the silver in mid-range. But another thing I want to do before I even do that is I want to look at the condition of the plugs. I want to read them. All right, this is the number 3 plug. I pulled the number 3 because this was the easiest one to get to. I tell you, with headers, they are a pain. And it's burning real good. Of course, it's only about 500 miles. I am not going to pull any more. This is the way this engine's running, I'm going to guess this is pretty indicative of all of them. So we're going to go ahead and put him back, and we're going to run it just like that. I got the silver springs installed. I blew it out some. Looks like it could be taken apart and really cleaned out, but the weights aren't sticking at all. I can't really tell that that those springs are lighter than what was in it, but we'll know when we do some test firing. I did not take any readings before I did this. I should have, but well, I didn't. I know how it felt going in, so we'll just go from there. I can't give you before and after readings on the Advance. I'm going to test that vacuum Advance now. I want to make sure it works while I'm in it. All right, I pulled it up to 15 inches, and you can see it pulled it all the way. Now I just released it. I'm going to pull it again. I'm going to pump it up. You can watch it. And it pulls it in and it holds it. All right, and it's holding steady, so that's a good vacuum canister. All right. I just don't like the way that fits. The clips are broke off, so it's not locking down. And I had a better, it's just not feeling like it's engaging. I'm going to take that off. I'm not going to put the chrome piece on yet. I'm going to just secure these because Not sure if that's 100% if I'm going to leave it that way. We'll see. All right, the good news is it did not add, probably can't see that, but it did not add any advance at idle. That's good. All right. See, I'm right now, I've changed my timing to 8 degrees before top dead center because I was getting pinging and surging, still a little bit of surging. All right. So let's see what my max RPM is now. I'm going to put you in another view. With vacuum connected, I've got a maximum of 48. Now I'm going to plug my vacuum and I want to see what my maximum mechanical is now. All right, I've got my vacuum plugged. So all the advance I'm going to get now is mechanical only. So let's see. You can read that that's 30 degrees. So my maximum mechanical is 30. My maximum mechanical and vacuum is 48. All right, that's my warmed up idle. About 850, somewhere around in there. So when I put it in gear, it's going to drop down to about exactly 200 RPM lower. That's how much load. Actually, I probably could stand to turn that down just a hair. I don't know. We'll see. All right, right now I'm going to show you what I'm running at idle. I'm running about, it looks like a little over 16, not quite 17 inches of vacuum. Right. We're going to adjust the idle speed and see what I can get. See if I can improve that some. me up to about 17. See what the other side does. That's where I'm at now. I don't know if you can make it out, but it's about 17. So I've actually gained about an inch to an inch and a half more vacuum. So that's a pretty good thing. I was really too rich, even though my plug didn't show it. This is an update to the video. I got really intense with the testing, and I didn't take you all along with me on the test drives. And I am somewhat happy with the results, but I believe I'm going to play with it some more. But anyway, I took it out with those settings that 8 degrees before top dead center at initial idle, 30 max mechanical, 48 vacuum, and max vacuum and mechanical timing. And the surge is almost totally gone, but and the performance was pretty good, but it still seems to be lacking on the top end. What I mean is this. When I go below 40 mile an hour and I nail it, I'll get passing gear, and it pulls pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that aspect. What I'm not happy with is the how it pulls at above 40, because it doesn't go into passing gear. It just stays in high gear, and it's just the 4 barrels running it up. I think I can get a little bit better. So what I did was I took the silver springs out and I went to the copper springs. Well, the copper springs are too light. They added 8 degrees of idle, of advance at idle. That's at 750 to 800 RPM idling. It added 8 degrees of mechanical advance, which is too much. I got valve pain right out of the hole, just pulling right out. But I did run it up to see how it responded, and it did respond a whole lot better at the 40 mile an hour and higher acceleration. So it brung them weights in a whole lot quicker, and I could feel the difference. But unfortunately, that the pinging and the pre-detonation under load was just too much, and I didn't want to retard the timing anymore, the initial, because that would have affected the top end. So I decided what I wanted to do was measure each set of springs and also measure the OEM to see exactly what they were giving me. I use this old scale of mine. Now it's designed to have a piece of glass underneath it, a tray, which would center it at 0, but it centers at 9 with no load, so I can measure the pull, what it takes to actually move that needle, how many pounds, well, PSI or pounds it takes to pull that needle. All right. So anyway, this is what I come up with. The OEM springs that were originally in that HEI distributor takes 4 to 4.5 pounds of pull in order to pull them the mechanical flyweights out to the maximum throw. 4 to 4.5 pounds. Okay, on that, according to that scale. The gray springs that came in that Moroso kit, well, they were right. They are actually lighter than the OEM. They only took 3.5 pounds to get that the flyweights out to max. So they were a good pound of less than the OEM. The silvers, what I'm running now, they take 2.5 pounds to get the maximum throw, which is a good 2 pounds less than the OEM. And the copper was 1 to 1.5 pounds. And like I said, they're so light that they were actually at idle, 750 to 800 RPM. It was putting 8 degrees of advance on the initial timing, so I couldn't run that. That they would be good for a race car or possibly something with a hot cam. A lot of people with a hot cam, they don't even run vacuum advance, so I could see where those would be good for a very hot engine. Well, I'm pretty close to either stock or real close to stock, so they're just too much advance initially. So I settled on the silver. I'm going to do some more changes, and I guess what you'll have to do is tune into the next bone-chilling, spine-tingling episode to see what else I do to that engine, if you're curious. This 350 engine, it's Chevrolet put these engines in everything. So it's not just pertaining to the vet. If you got some interest in playing around with a 350 engine, the small block Chevy carbureted engines, well, maybe some of this stuff will be helpful to you. So anyway, besides that, I hope everything's going good with you and yours. Everything is going good here. Can't complain. Won't do me no good to complain anyway. Just take care of the business. And we're going to do some more changes, and we're going to see if we can't get that L48, as peppy as we can get it without getting into starting to swap hardware. I'm not in that stage yet because, well, it has other needs that I need to address before I get to hot rod this thing. But I can see that happening in the future. So take it easy, have a good one, and I hope to see you around on the next episode. See you.